Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today, what I do have needed is a new set of Tomb Raider Remastered that was debuted today by Aspire. So they decided to remaster the Tomb Raider 4, which was the last revelation, the 5, which was the Chronicles, and the Angel of Darkness, which is a kind of a different beast regarding games and engines, so it's completely different from the others. And as you can see, most of the difference when I press a certain key, it falls back to the old stuff that we have. The only improvement that I'm seeing so far in Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, it's really just a change in textures, which it is obviously very good, but I'm also noticing a downgrade comparing to the original, because for example in this roof environment, on the PC version at least, there was a lot of cube maps, something that was widely used. For example, in Half-Life 2, it was very used in Tomb Raider Age of Darkness. Obviously, at the time, you needed a GPU with Pixel Shader 2.0 to do that, but it was available and it was awesome. The roof, the entire floor looks like it was very, very wet, so things were very cool. And there was also depth of field, which was very strong and it was something new. So nothing of that is really available in this version of Tomb Raider Age of Darkness. It seems like you get the old Pixel Shader 1.4 instead and revamped textures. So even at 4K, that I did change at the moment, it doesn't still punish the GPU, so it's just running it locked at 60 frames per second. It doesn't matter if you have a high refresh rate screen or not, the game will be locked to 60 frames per second. Although in other hand, the Tomb Raider 5, the Chronicles, it's not exactly like that. There is really a lot of improvements compared to the original regarding visuals, and it isn't really locked to 60 frames per second. So I'm having in here about 500 frames per second, and this is how the old game looked. It looked like this, and with the press of a button, I just get the remastered version, which looks entirely different. The Angel of Darkness, it's just textures, and like I said, it's downgraded, unfortunately. But this one, I mean, there is a huge difference in visual quality. Although, to defend a little bit the work that they have done in Angel of Darkness, um, they had a lot to fix. That game contained a lot of bugs at the time, and there was areas which wasn't really accessible before that are accessible in this game, including some voices. For example, on the apartments where the police are going after you, there are voices that weren't really available on the original game, which in the remaster it does work. And it was intended to work in the first place, but since the game was entirely broken, it didn't work. So right now I just changed this to the tank controls because honestly, I never played Tomb Raider with a controller. I always played Tomb Raider with a keyboard and mouse, despite you don't really use the mouse. And I grew with tank controls in this game, so I kind of play better with tank controls. Although with gamepads, I mean, it feels like playing this game with a gamepad. I'm not very good with either tank controls or modern controls. Something is really wrong. Also, I've noticed an issue too in this remaster collection. When you enter inside this game, you get access to the free games and you can select inside the game what game you want to play. Although, for example, if you prefer to play with modern controls on this game and you switch to Angel of Darkness and you prefer to play with the classic controls, you can't. You need to select it on the options menu because it seems like these options are generalized to all the games. So, for example, if you select modern controls for Angel of Darkness and you prefer the tank controls on the classic games, basically you need to go and be changing it all the time because it doesn't save per game. I mean, it just saves entirely per per the free games. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it correctly. So one of the things that I was expecting to see improved in Angel of Darkness 2 and it wasn't, it is really this small open world area that Angel of Darkness had, which is pretty much about 3 to 4 zones in here. I was expecting that this remastered they kind of compile these areas all together, but unfortunately this didn't really happen. So, as expected, this game poses no you know, no demandingness to the 1650 Super. I just wanted to talk about what you can expect from this remaster very quickly. So I think that's all, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video. In case you have any questions, just leave on the comment section of the video. Goodbye. Thank you a lot for watching.